Water. Water. I would count water as the second most important substance on Earth, apart from oxygen. You think about it. You listen. You want to lose weight or you want to have more energy. Do not start with food. So, in fact, I have to tell you, if someone's told you to start with food to lose weight or to have more energy, they've sold you a pack of lies. But the word that comes to mind is refund. In fact, you've even paid money for something like that. You can live without food for months. I mean, let's be honest. People have proven it. In fact, one of the best ways to get energy is people used to do things called fasting. Now, certainly, I'm not a huge fan of fasting as a first point of call. I think it puts people into a major elimination. It can sap your energy. But Pythagoras, Jesus, I could name dozens of people through history who, if you wanted to follow Pythagoras in ancient Greece, was a very famous mathematician, very well-respected thinker in the empire. You had to stop eating food for 40 days. You know, you had to give your system a chance to cleanse. So make sure you hear me. I do not recommend that you fast. There's better ways to do it. But food or nutrition or things like this, I would put that at 3 or more on the list. If you really think of nutrition, think of oxygen as number one, and we'll go into that another section. And number 2 is water. You're about 70% water. Our world is 70% water. Water conducts electricity. It takes nutrients into the cells. It takes the waste products out of the cells. You know, you need water. You need water. And let me tell you, if you're not drinking at least 2 litres a day, then your bowels aren't moving, or you've got diarrhea, you're tired, you breathe out about 1 litre of moisture a day. You need water. Make sure you hear me. Now, ideally, I want to teach you a little secret to being healthy. Water can take substances that are soluble in water and act as a medium. Let me give you an example. One of the reasons all these herbs are liquid, or the vast majority, is that I can give you a capsule or a tablet, but liquids we can dissolve and dissolve and dissolve and dissolve and dissolve and dissolve and dissolve medicine into. And suddenly you've got something with 10 times the total ingredients and you will get in a capsule or a tablet. Water is an amazing carrier. Now, ideally, water has a pH. Now, pH is simply a measure of how much electrons is in a substance. Now, the higher the pH, we call it more alkaline. Now, the more alkaline something is, the more electrons it has, the more electricity, the more energy it gives you. So if you're going to start somewhere, start with water. Start with oxygen, but then start with water. Now, the best water is alkaline. Now, the other thing you can do is water is a carrier. You can take green powder and you can dissolve it in. You can take different minerals and substances we sell elsewhere on the site, you know, magnesium, calcium, potassium. We often use these in what we call bicarbonates or chlorides. Chlorine is an amazing disinfectant. Do not drink it. Make sure you hear me. Don't do the pool. But certainly when it combined with nature, chlorine combines particularly with sodium. Sodium chloride, sea salt, we use it in nature. Again, I have to give the disclaimer, check with your medical doctor before taking sodium or sea salt or table salt. You know, if you've got high blood pressure or anything, we'll go into that elsewhere. But water, you take water, you put in your greens, you put in your powders. You can even put in herbal tea bags at room temperature with different herbs. You can put that in there. You could put in flaxseed. You name it. The choices are infinite. But water is a carrier to get things in your body. And I suggest if you're going to start with health, start with litres a day. Now, the other thing you need to know is that if water doesn't taste good, your tap water is more like a chemical soup. I wouldn't recommend drinking it. If you need to drink something, start there. At least start with a basic carbon filter, but that's certainly not enough. But if water makes you feel sick or it's not going through your stomach well, that's because neutral water has a pH of 7. All right. Now, for things to move from your stomach to small intestine, they need to be 10 to 15 times more alkaline. It needs to be at a pH of 8.4. So ideally, we would start with water that's shifted to alkaline. Now, one of the best ways we do this, we just sometimes recommend people put sodium bicarbonate in. At least it's a cheap way to start for $2 or $3. There's other things that you can use in water to make it more alkaline, but certainly start with water. Start today and start brainstorming. What could I put into my water as a carrier to put in my body? If you don't own green powders, I really recommend go get the green powder and start putting it in a teaspoon a litre of water, or less or more. It will shift your taste buds. It will give you nutrients. If you want minerals, calcium, magnesium, potassium, you want to be alkaline, you want to have energy, go get that mix. If you've got water or a water filter, get some pH drops, raise the water, make it alkaline. If you want to lose weight, you want to have more energy, you need to get over it or want to get over a medical condition, start here, start now, start today.